constructive criticism is in delivery. It's all the delivery mechanisms. How do you get the ideas that Stephen had in your remarks at the top of the show, your thoughts, how do you get that to work in a completely restructured economy and at the same time on a bedrock of sound money? You know, I mean, if you look at Ken Clarke, Gordon Brown and George Osborne, parties went out of the window because they all pursued the philosophy of sound money. Yeah. And therefore now you've got a resilient economy. And I'm sure this doesn't feel like resilience if you're facing eat or heat, if you're facing a problem with your pay not going up and meeting inflation. It doesn't sound resilient if you're anywhere else in the world and you're having problems where wheat isn't coming out of Ukraine or whatever. But it actually is a more resilient economy than the last time you had big shocks. You know, we've had Brexit, pandemic and Ukraine. In the 70s, you had the massive oil rise shock of 73. You had a load of pretty damaging socialist policies then hit. And you then had following that the Thatcherite change with the big nasty medicine, if you like. Yeah. Now, all of that, the economy wasn't sound enough and resilient enough not to have massive recessions, huge inflation. This time round, you've got those shocks, but you've got the resilience, how many? Hence, you don't have massive unemployment.
Absolutely. But given all of that, and I completely accept your opening comment about a lot of people saying this isn't very conservative stuff, would it be both conservative and right to say to some of those who are on benefit, out of work, shouting 0 hours contracts, and I heard what Stephen said about the employment legislation, and, I'm not going to do that because it's not pay, and in the same breath saying, it's eat or heat, someone's got to read the Riot Act a bit as well, have they?
Well, and Stephen said something there which I thought, ding dong, absolutely rang the bell, and I hope for a lot of people watching this show, the solution to this is local. You've got 200,000 vacancies in hospitality. If there was ever a local economy, it's hospitality. You're going to have construction, massive vacancies in construction, local building sites. And there is a local solution. And to get into the harmonisation of some government policy, but the matching of people who actually are looking for more money and thinking to themselves, actually, I would go back into the world to work if it was worth my while, and taking a bit of pain themselves in a job that perhaps wouldn't be their first choice in terms of what it is, or indeed that it wouldn't be the hours they want to do, the gig economy point. But if you actually got a little bit of compromise, but did it at a local level, so you took the politics out of it, the ideology out of it, and what you did is you got the provider of the job, the person who wants it, and a facilitator where it isn't money as the solution. It's the facilitation of the matching the need with the talent. I think they're onto something. But the trouble is ideology gets in the way. I fear for an economy where you're still going to have the old canards come up about inflation's at this, my pay must be more than that. And I think the economy will come back from this. It's going to be painful for a while. And also, which is also important, and you'd expect me to say this, Alistair, and I've been talking to you on programmes, we worked it out earlier, didn't we? 22 years we've been working. And I don't know whether you know this, actually, viewers, but this man took my television virginity. In January 2000, when I joined the CBI, you were the first person to interview me on live television.
Oh, Good Morning Britain.
It was.
I remember it well.
And I've been going on about it ever since. If you want to make sure that you are equipped to exploit a market like this to get more money, get skilled. Without doubt, the one protection you have and the one facility you have to get more is education and training. And if anybody here has got a child listening to this or is in a position to influence a teenager, whatever you do, get them to understand they'll have a lifetime to regret it if they don't equip themselves with a skill. Because, and you said in your opening piece, the real secret to generating more profit out of which you get tax, out of which you build schools and hospitals, it's not rocket science, is become productive. How do you become productive? You have a better skilled economy.